Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hello to you. I am Sigourney, and today our topic of discussion is the counterfeit. And the counterfeit means a counterfeit relationship. So if you know anything about counterfeit, you know it is a glorified way and a nice way to say fake, not real, unreal, illegitimate. So counterfeit relationships, and the reason why God deposited this in my spirit is because as people, with the more chances than not, so 9 out of 10 times you are more likely to be in a counterfeit relationship. And God gave me 9 signs to know whether a relationship is counterfeit or the person you want to pursue is a counterfeit. So a counterfeit is basically anyone who comes in the way before the right God ordained person comes. And it's usually always before the person comes. It's like the person who just ticks all the boxes, the person who seems to um add up, and just everything about them is basically almost perfect. But God is saying,
No, you gotta be more careful out there in them streets.
so there are 9 signs God revealed to me on the counterfeit relationship, because as you know, God is working on me on this journey, and he made me look in my life and the mistakes that I've made in terms of relationships. But God is saying, no, like these are the signs that you can look out for if you believe the person is a conflict, or you're just not sure, or you want to know for the future, like if someone happens to come and they meet these criteria and you're like, it's a counterfeit, it's not the one God has destined for me. The first sign is an upside down relationship. So, how God revealed to me an upside down relationship, for specifically for women, is that it's like you always see you taking care of this person. So if you're a woman and God brings you someone that is God ordained, that when God brings a male, brings your husband, it needs to be someone who's going to act as a covering, because part of a husband's characteristics is protection. So if you see that you are always the one having to take care of this person, then that is an upside down relationship, because that means you are the covering. And God showed me this in a vision. So, for example, with this particular person, we were sitting down. So we were both sitting down, and this person came and laid their head on me. When you first look at that, you believe it's someone that you can trust, or it's someone you know who'll be comfortable being vulnerable with you. But if you seek further, and like how I did, right, and I asked God deeper questions, and He was like, "No, you are covering to that person. So you are the one helping that person. So the person would benefit a lot from you, but you wouldn't necessarily benefit from the person or the relationship." Then number two is false signs and wonders. So this is like, when you're with someone and you're like, God, if it's this person, like confirm to me in this and this and this and this way. And I know if you confirm to me in this and this and this way, this is the person. So what happens here, God is highlighting here, like when it's false signs and visions, is when it's convenient half truths. For example, let's say you pray, Lord, if this person is my husband, let them like, I'm just thinking of like high school things, so let them sit next to me at break, right? And then what happens is the person does come and the person does sit, but they don't sit next to you, but they sit in front of you. So you're like, oh no, the fact that they even came to sit in my vicinity means clearly it's from God. But that's the thing, if you gotta be specific to God and like, Lord, specifically, like just reveal in this way to me, that is this the right person? But then things don't happen, or they happen in weird ways or in half ways, then know that that is a counterfeit. The third sign is a dreams of a person. And with dreams, it's very sensitive because dream interpretation goes very deep. But what I can say with dreams is with a counterfeit is you will never see your guys' future together. If that makes sense. A lot of people say, I have a dream that us getting married. I'm not talking about marriage now and like, proposing. Like people have dreams like that. I'm talking about when you have consistent dreams of the person that you guys, you don't see a life together. So an example of this with me, like I once dreamt of a gent, and one thing I noticed in the dreams, like I was always dreaming about this person, but one thing I noticed in the dreams is that we were actually never together. It's like our paths were always crossing, or the person was just always busy with other things, or I found the person really annoying or boring. So that just shows that you're not supposed to be with that person. Number 4 is false visions. With false visions, again, it's like, I think about visions also, because you can get them awake, get them asleep, but I'll speak from the awake sense, because sometimes you just think things are your thoughts, but it's probably a false vision. But essentially, when you get visions of this person, it's like they're never clear, they're never distinct, and you can't necessarily tell what's going on. And like everything is always so fuzzy. And even going back to dreams, if you see like the person keeps shape shifting, because I know I had a dream of this guy that, and the thing about the dreams I would have about, it's like he kept changing, like his face almost kept changing, so it's kind of like showing his two-face, and like someone who's uncertain. So like just look for things like that, even in visions. But notice how clear is this vision and how clear you remember details, and not necessarily be taken by your emotions and like swayed by like just the person being there. So number 5 is, the next sign is love fizzles out. What I mean by love fizzles out is that when you learn unbearable truths about a person, you feel like, I don't want to be with this person anymore. Because whoever you are with, or whoever God has destined for you, there will be something about when you learn truths about them that you wanna, I would say, come closer with the person. But if you learn unbearable truths about someone, like for example, maybe they had history of cheating, basically whatever truths you learn about them just turn you off of their character, just know that that is a counterfeit. And then number 6 is counsel of wisdom. When I say counsel of wisdom, I'm saying here, if you know you are surrounded by God ordained friends, or I would say friends who you believe are married to their God ordained spouse, or just people around you that have good, godly wisdom. If you speak to them about and share to them about this person, and they have reservations about it, but coming from God, then you need to take their wisdom seriously and understand that if they feel like, so this is people you trust and believe that God is using them, they're hearing from God and all of that, then if they're like, eh, then it's probably the counterfeit. I'm not saying that people are always gonna know, but if people are saying the same thing over and over again, then you best to listen, okay? And please listen to your counsel of wisdom. And it won't always be great, it won't always be nice, because you always want to be sure and you don't want someone to tell you no, what you're seeing is not it. But really, please trust your counsel of wisdom. And then number 7 is, going in from the counsel of wisdom, is that there is no peace and that you feel rushed. So if you feel like whoever this person is, like there is just that uneasiness in your soul, there is no rest, like you don't even understand like why you are, I would say, attracted to this person. You're not understanding why you guys should be in a relationship. Like it just isn't making sense. I would say that that is a counterfeit. So if it feels forced, And if you're just in constant doubt of whether this person is the right person, then most likely that person is not the right person. Because what I highlighted here was that in my notes that you need peace in the absence of confirmations. So if you feel like the only way you can have peace about being with this person is if you need a sign or you need a confirmation, that means you don't have peace. But if it is the person God has for you, you will have peace irrespective of confirmations. Like confirmations will become a bonus, but not what you cling on or hold on to be able to deem the relationship viable. Then number 8 is separation instead of joining. What I mean by separation instead of joining. So for example, let's say maybe you guys are now in a relationship, and what you see is as soon as you guys start being in a relationship, things just fall apart. It was nice in the getting to know each other, being friends. Now you guys are dating or courting, and it's just like, ooh, this is not working out. Like everything is just falling apart. Your relationship is falling apart. Then that is a counterfeit. It's like after being tricked into togetherness, it's like distance is created, and it shouldn't be like that. But that when you guys join, it's like this constant like verge point, like going to the end of the tunnel light of you guys joining. Like it just everything coming together. But that when you join, it shouldn't be that now worlds apart. The last one, number 9, is selective memory or being defensive. So selective memory and being defensive is when you claim to know the person when you don't know them. So this happens a lot when you're still, I would say, vibing with a person, or you have found interest in a person. And when you have found interest in a person but you don't know them, you're so quick to just, I would say, speak for them on their behalf, not with them not necessarily being there, like defending their character, defending their personality. Like maybe a friend will comment like, yo, that guy is really quiet, and you're like,
No, I get him, I understand him.
and it's like you don't understand anything. So that's the thing, you claim you understand someone because you guys have this connection that is, that you don't understand. Most of the time it's physical. Also, this happens when people keep going in and out of the same relationship, so they keep going back because they're only remembering the good of the relationship. They don't remember how bad the bad was. So those are all the 9 signs. Thank you so much for joining me today. And please remember to like this video, to subscribe to my channel, and ding the notification bell so you don't miss out on any episode. So thank you so much. Goodbye and God bless.